where they combine yield strength, okay, and Mohr circle together. Did they tell you anywhere at this stage? No, nothing. They just say, boom, go for it, have fun, okay? That's why solution manual has to be treated with caution, okay? Let's do it our way, okay? Let's do it our way. What do I mean by do it our way? We actually draw Mohr circle. Then you know where you are. If not, you don't know where you are. I don't know where I am. Everyone get lost, okay? Okay, so let's look at example number 3. Okay, this is the last example, okay? But we have to draw a 3D Mohr circle, okay? So example number 3, I want to also introduce you to Tresca yield criteria. And you can do it from here, okay? You can do it from here, okay? So I'm going to bring in the question. Hey, where's the question now? G. A harmless question like this, but it's very harmful in a lot of ways. Okay, the question is so straightforward. Okay, for the state of stress zone, determine the two values of stress Y for which the maximum shearing stress is 75 megapascal. Okay, so what we are asked to identify. Okay, what we are asked to identify is the find possible two values of stress Y. Okay, so given the state of the stress, right, and it also highlight that tau max is equal to 75 megapascal. So this is the maximum shear it can go, okay? It's the maximum shear. And this is also known as the shearing stress criteria. Okay? This is also known as the shearing stress criteria. And the shearing stress criteria, most of the time people call it Tresca. Now, Tresca is spelled Tresca. Okay? But I changed the T and I call it Tresca this way. Any idea why? It looks like a T, right? But it's the shear symbol, yes or no? Right? So when I look at the T, it reminds me of the shear. Then I realize that, hey, this is based on shear. Something easy for you to remember, okay? Or you can call me FOS. I totally agree. FOS means I'm full of shit. You're right, okay? But something like this help you to remember, okay? So Tresca criteria states that the stress in U, right? The stress in U. Okay, no, hold on. The tau max is equal to the stress in U divided by 2. Okay, where stress Y is the U stress. Okay. In this course, you don't want anything to yield, okay? You don't want it to yield. You want to be below the yield. Okay. So the yield stress, so from here we know that the yield stress is equal to 2 multiplied by 75 times 10 to the power 6 is equal to 150 megapascal. Okay, it's equal to 150 megapascal. So we know this value. Okay, so we know this value. The next thing is so what? Okay, so I'm going to go back to Mohr circle now. Okay, we are going to like go back to Mohr circle. Okay, so we know what the 75 is for. Okay, we know what is the yield is for. Okay, we know that. So I'm going to draw this in not draw yet. Okay, so we're going to label this. Okay, so this is your point X, your point Y, and your point Z. Okay, that's your X, Y, and Z. All right. Okay, so we are now going to construct a Mohr circle. Okay, so Mohr circle. I'm going to construct a big Mohr circle, big one. Okay, so this is minus okay, so minus 180, 160, 140, 120, 100, minus 80, 60, 40, 20, 0. Do I have enough space? Whoa, I need to go further. Let me later elaborate why I need to draw so much, okay? 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160. I'm going to start at 160 down. Then on your Y, okay, 20, 40, 60. I'm going to stop at 80, okay? Okay, I'll draw to 100, okay? Shear clockwise, shear anti-clockwise. Okay, so minus 20, minus 40, minus 60, minus 80, minus 100. Okay, let's deal with these values first. Let's deal with the 75 and let's deal to the 150 first. Okay, so I'm going to draw a box. We're going to draw a box. Okay, the box go from minus 150 to 75.
Sir, could you explain again why you multiplied 75 by 2 for the yield stress?
This is because of Tresca criteria. Hello?
Okay, I see. Thank you.
Okay. So now when you see, I draw a box. The circle has to be within the box. The circle cannot be outside the box. Outside the box means your yield. Okay. So this is known as no man's land. You go out, based on the property we have now, the material will fail. It's like the border between North and South Korea, you know. You go too much out, okay, you go to North Korea, okay, Mr. Kim will lock you up, put you to Mr. Kim. You know which Kim I'm talking about. Not our regular Kim, but the extreme Kim, okay? Whose good friend is Donald Trump, okay? He will lock you up and you're done. So the circle, the 3D Mohr circle, everything has to be inside this boundary I've drawn, okay? This is where we combine Mohr circle with yield stress. No one in textbook 1 dare to construct this because they say, isn't it obvious? It's not so obvious, okay? You have to construct this, then students can understand and people like me can. I only discovered this probably 5 years ago when I was 45. How old are you guys? The oldest that you guys are 25. Know this now. Don't be like me, know so late, okay? My teacher was kind of hopeless, okay? No doubt the grades was good. I learned nothing, okay? So now, we now have to construct our Mohr circle. Okay, so what are we given is we know that stress Z. Okay, so what are we given now? Okay, we know that stress X is equal to minus 70. Stress Y, not a clue. Okay, we asked to find stress Z is equal to 0. Shear XY is equal to shear YX, and this is equal to positive 40. Okay, but the positive 40 don't mean anything at all. Okay, so now we construct our minus 70 line, right? We construct our minus 70 line. So we draw our minus 70. So minus 70 is directly over here. Okay, so this is our stress X. Then we draw our shear at where? Our shear at 40. So this is our shear line. Yeah, this is our shear line. Right? Okay, that's our shear line. And given to us some more is what? If you look at the element at point X, the element is going to rotate in the anti-clockwise direction. So we know that this is our point X. Okay. Another point that we know is our point Z. Okay, so we know that this is our point Z. Okay, that one we know. Okay, but let's do the in plane first. Okay, let's look at the in plane. So this is our in plane. The largest area, remember what I told you, is in plane, right? That is our in plane. So let's look at our in plane first. Okay, so if we look at our in plane, right, we are given that X is over there, but we are also given the what? Tau max, right? Tau max is 75. So 75, so we know, I'll write this out, okay? So tau max which is equal to radius of the circle which is equal to 75 megapascal. Okay, so let me tell you, highlight to you what we know. Okay, so we know that we know that we know the radius, right? So we know that this is our radius. We know that this is our tau max because it's equal to what? Our radius. If we know that, right, we can find our what? We can find our omega, right? Because we know over here is 40. We know our tau max, right? We can find our omega. So our omega is also equal to our stress average. Okay, we know that, right? Simple stuff. Do we need those calculations? No. Okay, so now we calculate our stress average. Okay, we calculate our stress average. So stress average, there are two stress average because one can be on the left side, the other one can be on the what? On the right side. Right? So we're going to reflect this. Okay, we're going to reflect this. Right? It can be one on the left and one on the right. Okay, so I'm going to call it stress average. Okay, stress average 1 and 2. Right? No, not stress. I want to calculate omega first. I want to calculate omega first. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. I want to calculate stress average. No. Come on, Eugene, you're confused. Let's calculate omega first. Okay, let's calculate omega. Right. So omega is equal to square root of what? 75 squared minus 40 squared. Okay, so 75 squared minus 40 squared, then square root the whole thing. It's equal to 63.44. 63.443 megapascal. Then we can calculate stress average 1. Okay, stress average 1 and 2. So it's equal to minus 70, right? Because we know point X is minus 70 normal stress, plus or minus 63.443. Right? So one of the stress average is minus 70 plus by 63.443 is equal to minus 4.44. Wait. Minus 70 plus by 63.443. 6.557, sorry. Hey, minus 6.557. Okay, so minus 70 plus by 63 point. And the other one is minus 70 minus 63.443. Is minus 133.443. Okay, so we found where our stress average is. Okay, so I'm going to wipe. No, I'm not going to wipe that out. I'm going to just leave it so you can learn. Right. So we know that one of the point, right, one of the average is 63. Right, 63 minus 6.557 minus 6.557. This is just eyeball, okay? Then the other one, I just flip